Hello everyone, good morning. Yesterday we looked into how to build a simple job application form using JotForm. Today let's look into a few more fields to enhance the same application to collect more information from the applicant. Firstly, let's recap which are the fields that we went through yesterday and then let's add a few more fields. This is the header section where we can add our logo. We can add the main heading and then the subheading. This is the full name field where we can also add a middle name. This field is for email and verification email to be entered. This is mobile number field along with country code and input mask. You can mention the mobile number to be entered in the same format. Years of experience, which begins with 0 till 20. That's the limit that we have set is 0 to 20. This is resume upload field. Today, let's look into address, date picker, appointment, and signature. Let's say you would like to collect the address of the applicant while filling the form. You can just drag and drop this field just like any other field. This field has 5 subfields by default. As always, you can set it as mandatory or optional. Sublabels for each of these subfields are mentioned here. For example, I can change this to street name and it gets reflected here. You also have an additional option of adding country, which will be shown here. If you know most of your applicants or audience are from same country, then you can choose a country by default. This will allow applicants from other country also to apply while you know they are from other countries. Advanced option, you have placeholders for each of these fields. You can shrink this just like any other field. I'll just push this above. Now let's look into date picker. If you want the applicant to mention on what date and what time he is coming for the interview, then you can probably put this field. You can make this as required. You can customize this date field with the separators, different separators available. You can go to options and change the format of the date the way you want. You can have a default date added. I'll keep it to none. You can put a calendar pop-up. You can add the time as well. You can either make it 24 hours format or with AM and PM. If this field was meant for verification of age, then you can enable this and say what should be the minimum age for the applicant. So this would be a birth date and then you verify if they are above 18 or any value that you would wish to. You can also enable past dates, future dates. For example, if it is date of birth, then you would probably want only past dates. If it's an interview date, then you would probably want only future dates. You can also enable days of the week. For example, if you want only Mondays, then you can disable all other days. Finally, in advance, it's the same option that you have to disable past dates. So for example, if I disable it here, then it will be disabled from here as well. Let's go to appointment. This field allows your users to book your calendar. It could be 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or 60 minutes. Or you can also put custom minutes. You can say what is the interval from which your users can book appointment. It could be from 9 to 5, 9 to 17, 5 in the evening, weekdays, and then you can also set lunch hours over here where the users will not be able to book between this time. You can limit the entry by adding start date, end date, and then rolling days. For example, if they are booking it today, then it will show appointment for the next 3 days. Vacation and holidays. You can also add vacations and holidays so that the user will not be able to book during those times. You can add a maximum appointments per day. So if you set this to be 2, then even though your time slot shows that you are available, they will not be able to book on that particular day because you have set this limit. Of course, if 2 of them are already booked. You can also have a minimum scheduling notice. That is, a user will be able to book your calendar at least 3 hours prior. So if he wants to book a meeting from 3 in the afternoon, then he'll have to do that before 12 noon. At one section, you can have a one-on-one or a group meeting scheduled. Send reminder emails. You can send a reminder email to all the attendees before the appointment time. Time zone. You can set time zone and auto detect attendees time zone. Again, the same thing. Time format 24 hours or AM PM. Finally, let's look into signature field. If you want the applicant to sign the form, then you can add this field. You can make it as required yes or no. You can change the width and height of this field. In the advanced, just like all other fields, you have shrink. Move to the new line will basically be, let's say for example, use shrink. Okay, we don't have a shrink option here, but let's say you have moved this above here, and then this field you have shrink. And when you shrink this field, it automatically goes on the above line because both of this are shrink. But if you want this to be shown in the next line, then you can use this option. Thank you all.